What's up, YouTube? It's MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment. Back with another video. Please support the channel by hitting the like and subscribe button, along with the bell icon to notify when I drop videos. Just completed my 4-mile power walk. Did my 2-mile run early this morning, so got my 6 miles in for the day. Feeling good, energized. I'm still doing my intermittent fasting, so feels great. But what I want to talk about is Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fundora have reportedly agreed to fight in October in Vegas. I hope that this fight does happen. It's a lot of names in the 154-pound division, and this is an intriguing fight because, as we all know, Keith Thurman has been inactive over the past 17 years. Now, his last fight, he knocked out the guy from Australia. I remember a few months back. So with Keith Thurman against Fundora at 154. Man, this is a tough fight to call. And the reason why I say that, because I remember years ago when Keith Thurman, he really was one-time Thurman where he was knocking cats out. But now, this is a different test. You're going against a guy that's 6'6", and Fundora now is actually utilizing his jab. He's taking advantage of his height. Before, Fundora was mostly fighting inside, but now he's actually beginning to fight on the outside, which is smart because he's 6'6". Now, I'm wondering, what can Keith Thurman do if he can get inside, maybe pepper Fundora here and there, but can Keith Thurman hurt Fundora at 154? That's what we definitely gonna have to see. And does Keith Thurman possess the footwork as an older boxer to get in and out for 36 minutes? Which those questions will be answered on October the 18th. I'm not mad at this fight, because truthfully speaking, I did a video yesterday about Jerron Boots Ennis, and I've said this over the last year or two. Eddie Hearn and those guys should have made an offer to match Boots against Keith Thurman. I mean, think about it. Keith Thurman had been severely inactive. Boots was younger. They should have jumped on that. And Keith Thurman still possesses a name. And, it's just they don't want to make that investment. Sometimes, you got to make that investment on your fighter on the front end to help you guys both recoup on the back end. But they didn't want to pay that type of money, I guess. I mean, my thing is this. Keith Thurman, once again, had been woefully inactive. If I was Eddie Hearn and Team Ennis, I would have said, hey, Keith, I got $5 to $7 million for you right now. Now, granted, that is a lot for an aging, inactive fighter, but also you have a fighter like Keith Thurman that has a name, and it Boots could have fought Keith Thurman and delivered an electric performance, maybe knocking Keith Thurman out, which nobody hasn't knocked Keith Thurman out. That could have catapulted him. So yeah, you guys might lose a little bit on the front end, but you're going to get way more on the back end. So I think that this was a opportunity that Team Ennis missed out on in regards to fighting Keith Thurman. But in regards to Keith Thurman and Fundora, I do look forward to this fight. I hope that they have a good undercard because, honestly speaking, I actually purchased the Fundora and Tim Zoo, and that was a good card. Yeah, Tim Zoo and Fundora, actually that was a real good card. So if they could have a good undercard, then I'll put my money where my mouth is, and I'll purchase this fight. But once again, this is just reportedly a verbal agreement. And once again, you know, in the world of sports entertainment, verbal agreement means nothing to pen is to paper. You know, once you put pen to paper. So hopefully, you know, Fundora and Keith Thurman can go ahead and get this locked in, signed and sealed. You know, pen to paper, and make this official. But it's so many different intriguing fights within that 154-pound division. As I said yesterday, Jerome Boots Ennis, maybe you need to go the Jermell Charlo route. Former undisputed champion of the division, still has a name, you know. But I just, right now, I don't see it. It seems to me right now that I think Team Ennis, they want the they want the publicity, but they don't want to really put in the work and go and get those hard fights. So hopefully, you know, his team can discuss with him why the importance of fighting the best fighters within your division, because you don't want to keep having all these tune-ups against cupcakes, because you know that 154 division has always been a division of killers in there. You know, those guys no jokes in 154. So hopefully Team Ennis, after this tune-up fight in Philly, they can go ahead and come to the table and start getting him some more competitive fights within the division against top contenders or champions. But you know, once again, with Keith Thurman and Fundora, I mean, this fight, I do like it. It's very intriguing. You know, it is. And imagine if Keith Thurman pulls off the upset. Oh man, if Keith Thurman pulls off the upset, boy, oh boy, that Joker head, you know, he's already very, very confident. Boy, Keith Thurman's head will go to the stratosphere. He pulled off the upset against Fundora. But you know, I look forward to seeing it. Once again, MJ's Total Health and Wellness Enrichment. Please continue to support the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button and share the videos. Peace.